Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Greg Nordeen. I'm RIPTA's Chief of Strategic Advancement, which is a really long way of saying that I am in charge of the team that oversees the design of our fantastic bus system. Before I get into my speech, I just want to say I'm incredibly humbled to be here today. I was not expecting so many young people to be here, and it's really inspiring just to see that you guys are here to support transit equity, and it's really wonderful. So thank you guys for coming out. I've had the privilege of working at RIPTA now for the past 10 years, and every day that I wake up, I go to work knowing that I'm going to be contributing to creating a more equitable and just Rhode Island. I know this not because equity is a buzzword at RIPTA, but that it's actually just a part of the cultural fabric of what we do. For many people that use RIPTA, it's an essential lifeline to employment, healthcare, education, food, housing, and more. The communities we serve rely on access to public transportation to ensure their health, their well-being, and their livelihood. RIPTA takes this role seriously, and we are committed to ensuring that the services that we provide improve the lives of our riders, especially those that historically have had the greatest barriers to accessing transportation. In an effort to make transit easier and more equitable, we have several initiatives that we have recently launched. These include things such as our new wave fare collection system. This is a system that makes it easier to pay your fares and more affordable for low-income riders. Passengers that no longer have the ability to pay, or passengers that do not have the ability to pay for things such as monthly passes no longer have to do so. Instead, every time they tap their card, it makes sure that they're earning that monthly pass. So when they've earned it, they don't pay for the rest of the month. Also, guided by the new 2040 Transit Forward Rhode Island 2040 plan, we're implementing a series of service improvements across the system, focusing on expanding service to our riders. Most recently, in January, we launched Sunday service on Route 14, meaning that people who live along the East Bay or the West Bay communities now have access 7 days a week. We've improved night and weekend service on many routes, including routes 20, routes 22, Route 30, 51, 56, and 63. We expanded our Flex Zone service in Woonsocket down into Manville in January. And the hits just keep rolling. We are also right now working on fully transitioning the R line to a fully electric fleet this year. When that's complete, the R line is our highest ridership route, and that route, 1 in 5 riders of RIPTA's system will be riding on an emissions-free vehicle. We have also been working on adopting and implementing many of the recommendations that are not service-related from our Transit Forward Rhode Island plan. Specifically, we are doing things like focusing on increasing access to our most vulnerable populations, and we're committed to ensuring that our transit investments are elevating all Rhode Islanders, not just those that have traditionally benefited from those investments. On the horizon, we're looking at even more positive changes that are focused on improving access for our riders. Coming in June, we're working on implementing a new bus route that will connect Bald Hill Road down to Quonset and University of Rhode Island, providing better connectivity to the grocery stores and businesses along that corridor. We're also working on the implementation of east-west connections to crosstown service, so people who do not need to go to downtown Providence no longer need to do so to make their connection. Probably most excitingly, though, we're right now starting on a process to create a new transit center in downtown Providence that treats our riders with dignity and allows transit activity to take place out of the elements. We're also making investments in our service to make transit service faster, more frequent, and easier to understand. And while we're taking big steps now, we constantly are striving for better at RIPTA, and we're always looking to make our processes more inclusive. We do this because our passengers are what keep us going, and we're dedicated to providing equitable access to all of Rhode Island's resources. Thank you so much.